Welcome guys to my new video. My dear technician, check this out. One of my technician brought this phone to me. According to him, he told me that the phone fell inside water, so he tried to do servicing and tried to fix the phone normally, but still not working. So he brought the phone here to me. My dear technician, check this out. I'm going to show you how we can be able to troubleshoot and fix it live. If you have any question, feel free, let me know in the comment section. So right now you can see I connect cable. I check the positive, which is the V part. Check this out. You can see 4.3 voltage is flowing in. Check this out. Voltage is flowing in. So nothing is blocking. So the next thing is for me to check the power key. Okay, right here you can see we have 000. So check this out. This is the main power key. We have 0.5 volt. So 0.5 volt will not be able to power on the phone. Normally we're supposed to have 4.2 or 4.1 or according to the battery voltage, okay, in the power key, but we don't have it. We have 0.5, 0.6 volt. So there's a problem. There's a short in the secondary line, so we have to check. At the technician, so you saw the phone back cover, so that is a phone back cover. According to the technician, he told me that the phone is a new phone, that the phone is not up to 6 months since they bought the phone. So I told him that he should not worry, that I will try and fix the phone as fast as possible. Right now he's sitting down waiting for me. That is why I'm fast. My dear technician, if you have any question, feel free, let me know in the comment section. Right here, if you check the PCB very well, you'll see that they have already dried the PCB. I mean, they have already blew, try to fix it, still not working. My dear technician, don't worry, I will fix it. Check this out. First thing, I cut this copper. You can see, I take my time to do this. Please take your time to do yours. Check this out. Just take your time to do yours. If you have any question, feel free, let me know in the comment section. My dear technician, please, I will be fast in this video because the owner is sitting down waiting for me. Okay, check this out. You can see I apply flux to the connectors. Is very important so that you will not damage when you want to remove the shell. So you have to do this. It's very important. Okay, check this out. My dear technician, the next thing is for me to heat up the shell and remove it. My dear technician, you have to be very careful. Please, you have to be very careful. A small mistake you do, the phone will not on again. Okay, right now the phone is not booting because of the water damage, but you have to be very careful. Okay, you have to be very careful so that you can solve the issue and the phone turn on. If you hit anyhow, the phone may not turn on again. So please, you have to be very careful. Sometimes it is just a capacitor shorting or an IC shorting or small component shorting. So please, you have to be very careful. If you are careful, you remove it without any error and you just go straight to where the component is and remove it and replace it. The phone will turn on. Okay, if it's power IC, you remove it and change it, it will work. If it's capacitor, you remove it and change it, it will work. So you have to be very careful. You can see the way I'm doing my own. Please be very careful. Be very careful, my dear technician. If you're not careful, the phone may not even work. So you have to be very careful, my dear technician. Check this out. Check this out. I'm careful. I'm taking my time to do this. My dear technician, please listen to me. Have in mind that if you bend the PCB during the process of removing the shell, okay, the IC like eMMC or UFS or RAM or CPU or power IC may develop a dry solder. Okay, I'm sure you understand what I mean. There may be a dry solder. I mean some parts of the solder balls not connected properly. to the IC again, or from the IC to the board. It's not connected again. There's no communication again. And when that happens, the phone will not on. Okay, so please and please and please be very, very careful. If you're not careful, it will not work. You spend hours, minutes, at the end it's not working. Please, I want it to work, and I want you to do a perfect work for your customer. So that's why I'm giving you advice, because I want you to solve the issue. So right here we have the memory IC, and we also have the power IC, as you can see. Check this out. So these are the two IC, and before I start this work, I will start with the power IC side. So the first thing, I input a voltage and check the power IC side. You can see we have totally zero voltage. Check this out. The input voltage is 4.3. The VBAR line is 4.3, meaning voltage is flowing in. But checking the power IC area, there's no voltage. I'm sure you know the reason why we don't have voltage here. The reason why we don't have voltage here is because of short. Okay, we have a short. So right here is where the charging IC is, another IC. So I have to check and see if there is any burn or if there is any error here. I check it and there's no error, so I proceed. While technician, the next thing is for me to open the network area shell. So this particular shell right here is responsible for the network. You can see they cover it, so have to uncover it, like have to remove it, okay? So that I will check, because there are sometimes the capacitors that are filtering voltage that is sent to the network IC is short, or water damage can destroy it. Okay, you have to check. It's important. When once customer give you phone and tells you that the phone fell inside water, they have done servicing, still not working, you have to make sure you open all the shells and check. It's important so that you can be able to fix the issue. So check this out. I'm taking my time to do this. You have to be very, very careful. So check this out. I just open the shell right now, and right here, check this out, my dear technician. We have error here. This is a physical damage right here. You can see. Let me bring it closer so that you can see very well. Check this out. We have a physical damage. My dear technician, check this out. Have to clean it. Check this out. My dear technician, there are sometimes when you see physical damage like that, it's not actually the place. Like, it's because of there was voltage there. The next thing is for me to remove this shell. Okay, right here we have the charging IC. So let's open it and then check if there is any error. My dear technician, let's do that. Check this out. If you have any question, feel free, let me know in the comment section. You may ask, Father Joe, why don't you inject voltage? I want you to inject voltage so that you know the area and the capacitor that is shorting, or any component that is shorting, so that you can fix it very fast. My dear technician, don't worry, I will do that. Let me first of all open the shell and check. My dear technician, this is a professional method. For a beginner, I recommend just inject voltage. But before you inject voltage, make sure you check the line. Okay, make sure that you check the line, that the copper line is big. If the copper line is not big, you will destroy and the phone will not work again. Right here, there's no error, so I will proceed and open the small shell. Check this out. So this is the small shell. Check this out. And boom, my dear technician, this is where the error is. Check this out. My dear technician, this is where the error is. Check this out. And right here, we have the sound IC. Check this out. So this is where the sound IC is. And the capacitor beside is the problem is shorting due to the water damage issue. Check this out, my dear technician. Check this out. We have to remove the capacitor. After removing the capacitor, everything should work. If you have any question, feel free, let me know in the comment section. I told you guys before that when phone fell inside water, you have to try as much as you can to open each shell. Okay, the reason why you're doing is because you want to see that component very easily and then fix it. Okay, if you want to inject voltage, good, no problem, but make sure that the line that you want to inject the voltage, the copper line, the copper wire there is big. If not, the copper wire will cut and you will end up damaging the phone. So it's not good that way. Check this out. My dear technician, now I want to remove the capacitor, the shorting capacitor. Check this out. If you have any question, feel free. Let me know in the comment section, my dear technician. My dear technician, so after removing the capacitor, the phone did not still on, but the phone started loading. It loads to 121, but still not working. I'm sure you know the reason why. So check this out. As you can see, I've removed the memory and reball. Now I want to mount the memory. My dear technician, let me give you a little information. After you're done working any phone and you try to on it using your DC machine and it loads up to one something, 120, 170, but still not turning on, like it hang on boot, is stuck on boot. I'm sure you know what I'm saying right now. Okay, so you have to check for dry solder. So after I was done removing the capacitor, voltage was flowing in very well, no issue, but the phone was not turning on. So the next thing is for me to check for dry solder, and I discovered that the problem is coming from the memory, which is the storage component or the storage device of the phone. Okay, that is a memory. Okay, so the problem is just coming from this memory, so I have to remove it and reball it. It's important. Remove it and reball. Just remove it and reball and mount it back, and the issue will be solved. If you want to learn more, feel free, let me know in the comment section. If you need my physical training, feel free, let me know in the comment section so that I can accept you and you start learning phone immediately. Don't waste time. People are learning, so don't waste time. Come and let me show you inside, deep inside of mobile phone repair. A lot of people don't really know how this thing works. So if you come, you're going to learn more and you're going to learn a lot of things. Okay, check this out. So I have to reball the memory IC. Check this out. I'm reballing right now. Check this out. If you have any question, feel free. Let me know in the comment section. Check this out. I will be done. 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 My dear technician, I love doing this. Reballing is my work. I love doing this. Give me reballing work. Let me reball. I love reballing work. My dear technician, I love reballing work. Give me reballing work. I will do it. This is what I love to do every day. Give me reballing work. Check this out. I will be done. I will be done. I will be done. Make sure that you reball it very well. Like you mount it very well. You blow it very well. Okay. If not, it will not work. I'm sure you understand. Okay. It's as simple as ABC. So check this out. My dear technician, the next thing is for me to cover the shell, all the shell that I remove and everything that I did. If you check, you will see I've removed a lot of shells here, so I have to put them back. And not just that, I have to reapply the heat compound. Okay, so this is the heat resistant compound. You can see this, so make sure you apply the heat resistant paste. It's very important for durability because I really want this phone to last in the hands of my customer. A lot of people don't do this, but for me, I do this. Yes, I do this because I want my customer phone to last. Yes, you have to make sure you do this. You apply the heat paste to help in overheating and anything heat. Okay, it will help to make sure that the heat is not too much and the phone will last in the hand of your customer. That's it. So guys, everything is good right now and I will test it for you guys to see live. If you have any question, feel free, let me know in the comment section. I told you guys that it's not everything that I normally post online. I don't really post everything online. So if you want to learn more, feel free, come to my physical class. Look at the shell, it's so lovely. I've mounted the shell back. Check this out. Very clean, very neat. My dear technician, very neat. Very clean, very neat. The phone look like new, guys. Check this out. Very clean, very neat. So the next thing is for me to test it for you guys to see. Check this out. I connect power. Have in mind that all the components that I remove, like that capacitor that was shorting that I removed, have replaced it. Sorry, I did not show you guys that part, but I have replaced it. Okay. Like I said, the customer is waiting, the technician is waiting. Check this out. The phone is working now. It's turning on perfectly. My technician is working, is turning on perfectly. I will wait for you guys to see the complete booting. Check this out. You can see it's loading, it's loading, it's loading, it's loading, it's working 100%. My technician, comment now in the comment section. Tell me something now in the comment section. This is the panel. You can see. Comment now in the comment section. I want you guys to tell me something in the comment section. Check this out, my dear technician. So the next thing is for me to test with the screen. Anyway, the screen is not working. My dear technician, the water spoiled the screen. So the screen is not working. The owner will get a new screen. We don't have new screen here. So the reason is because we don't sell screen, and you don't really focus on screen replacement. So that's the problem. Okay. So the phone is on, is vibrating very well. Everything is okay. It's just new screen. Okay, and once they put new screen, it will show. So the technician is taking the phone back to where it came from with the customer, so it's going to do that. You can see I even place paper on top of the vibration because I want you guys to see how the thing will vibrate, but the vibration did not shift the paper. I wanted you guys to see the proof before I proceed. Okay. You may ask, Father Joe, why don't you connect the screen to the PCB so that we can see the backlight? The backlight will not show without the graphics. So the graphics must show face before backlight. Okay, graphics must show face before backlight. Check this out. So that is how this phone is designed. So check this out. I have to on it again for you guys to see. I'm on again. Oh, you can see. Oh, I on again because I want you guys to see the proof that is working 100%. Check this out. It's working 100%. If you have any question, feel free. Let me know in the comment section. So the way this phone is without graphics, I mean without the screen working, without something showing inside of the screen, the backlight will not work. So that is how this phone is designed. So thank you and bye for now. I love you.